my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers, and that's the channel that you're watching now. I also have two Facebook groups. One of them is called Sweet Pea Papers, and the other one is Junk Journal Tutorials and More, and you should go check both of those out. Now, what we're going to be doing today is some ephemera, as you can tell by all the pieces laid out everywhere, the organized mess that I have. The kit is a grunge kit by Line Dot Arrow, all one word. And I'm working from papers from the kit. I've got my hand warmers on still. Sorry about that. My hands are cold. Papers from the kit, and also papers from the freebie. She gives freebies away every week. And so this is what they originally look like. Okay, and there was no way I was going to be able to cut this out in the center. And then, of course, I printed them out in black and white. Let's see if I can go through here. So this is what they looked like originally. And then they printed out in different shades of black and white. And since I wasn't able to cut these out, even with a straight edge, oh, there's also some locks involved. And a couple of hinges that look like this, different colors. Okay. I'll put those there so you can see them on camera. So this is what they look like, the keys, printed out in black and white. Oops. And instead of punching the holes or cutting them out, I just covered them up. And I did that ahead of time. So we didn't have to look at the holes, and you didn't have to watch me cut out little bitty things and glue them on keys because, well, let's face it, everybody can do that. They can cover up the white spot on a key. So these are what the bases are going to look like for the keys. On the back, they're all printed in gray with handwriting on most of them. So I'm not real sure what we're going to do about that. I hate to put them on the goal is to put them on the keys on a key ring along with some tags and have, you know, an interesting little keychain to end up with. This is a 1-inch office binder circle. I don't know exactly what it's called. And you push on one side and pull on the other to get them apart. And this is one that does not want to cooperate. There we go. And it opens like this. You put your stuff on, and then you just press it closed, and it locks back together. Wow, this is a really hard one. And it locks back together. And then you've got your key ring, or your keychain. Okay, so that's what the keys are for, definitely. We're going to poke our own holes in them instead of the white areas that were there. We've got some butterflies. We've got a large tag. We've got a pile of stuff here, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. We've got some different sizes of tags for layering, I think. Maybe one or two in the keychain itself, but they're also printed on the back with gray. So we're going to do something with that, don't worry. And then we've got this ephemera here. And to get this circle here, let me get to it. To get this circle here with these numbers on it, I took one of these. In fact, it was identical to this one. And I used my 1-hole paper punch, and I punched a 1-inch hole out of this, and I used it to cover the white on that. Okay. And then here's some little bitty tags. So this is what we're going to work with today. Now, first of all, it was kind of funny being asked to do ephemera because I don't normally do ephemera very well. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah, we're just going to see how it goes. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these that have doubles in size, you know, two things in the same size, and we're going to glue them back to back, right? Oops. We're going to glue them back to back so it isn't just this gray surface on the back. And I use Fabri-Tac for everything. Some people don't like the smell. I like the fact that it gives you a little bit of time to maneuver your stuff around before it dries. I find that art glitter glue is not my friend. I like to kind of be able to slide things around, especially something like this and lining up all these little bumps. I may not necessarily be able to do that on the first try. When you watch me glue, you'll notice I make a little puddle in the corners, and that's so that I can slide them around. Let's see how well I do on the first try. There's a little notch here that denotes the top of the ticket. There's a little notch here. That's why I turned it around. So we'll see. Well, I did pretty well. I think I did better before I slid it, that's for sure. Okay. All right, so we've got that, and we'll let it dry. Then we've got these two. We're going to glue one of them. You don't have to glue both. This bottle that I'm using is called a Sweet Sugar Bell bottle, and it's used for frosting decoration. You can get them on Amazon. You can get a kit of 2 big ones and 2 little ones for $9. This is one of the little ones, and that's what I use to put my glue in. The large ones I just use for random things that aren't really related. Well, technically they are, but I don't really use them. I mixed them up and then I don't glue them. Like one is 100% Elmer's glue, white glue. And I've discovered that I never use white glue. Okay. There's that one. I had those separated. Now this one has a little hitch in it. I use my scan and cut piece of equipment to cut these. Natalie is kind enough, she has a scan and cut as well, to put black lines, a border on all of her ephemera, well, most of her ephemera. Either that or it's got a dark color on the edge to facilitate being able to be cut out by a scan and cut, which needs a darker color around the edge to tell it where the pictures are. I can't believe how good I'm doing these. To tell you the truth, I probably shouldn't have said anything. And then we have these two. And the stenciling and such, believe it or not, in black, we're using black soot. So that's why there's a little bit of black under my fingernails. I washed my hands. My hands were covered with black ink. But because I inked all these ahead of time. There's some little stuff that I'm going to show you in a second that we have to use from the kit that I hadn't used in my project. I made a trifold book, which I hope you guys will watch the tutorial for. And I used a lot of black ink in that, a whole lot. It's black and white. And this was ephemera. This was ephemera that was left over. The keys and such were in the freebies. So like I said, I'm using both. And I'm not sure how we're going to decorate the backs of the keys. She didn't give... These are different sizes. Okay, let's line it up to one side. Then we'll just trim it. And then we'll re-ink. It isn't off by that much. Maybe a 1/16, maybe. Just enough that you could see it and that it would be irritating. Okay, so we're going to re-ink that on that edge. I have this thing by Tim Holtz. It's awesome, and it's called a media mat. Normally I have it on this corner, and you can set your ink pads on it, and it won't wiggle around, but it's totally filthy right now. So I picked it up. Yeah, this side completely needs to be re-inked. Okay, so that worked out. So we've got that one front and back. Okay, so now let's take the keys and let's see if we can put something on the back in the big parts. Oh, we've got these small parts to work with from the kit. Then we also have some of these kind of backgroundy looking papers left over from the kit. And that's about all from the kit that we would be able to use, except we have full papers as well, which I don't really see. I could line this with a full paper and then stamp it, you know, do something like this and trace it out. And then decorate this side. That's a good idea, I think. So let's do that. I'm holding it up to the light so I can see where the butterfly is, because I want to center the butterfly. Let's move these little tags and this key out of the way. We're going to work on this big tag. Like I said, I don't normally do extra ephemera like this. This is a challenge for a group as well, but I didn't have to record it. All I needed was photos. So I thought it would be fun to record it for you guys as my ephemera video, since that's what I'm doing. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have just glued it to it and cut it out. And then I can line it up along the side. That will be better. Oh, no, I can't, because I want the butterfly on there. So I'll use what I've drawn already as a guide to putting it on there so that I get that butterfly. Okay. So this is enough to show me where I want to lay it down. There's a little hitch on that corner. Okay. Hopefully that will give us the butterfly on the other side. My sleeves are pulling into stuff. I thought I had them rolled up far enough. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work, huh? Crash bang. Okay. We're going to cut this out. I think I'm going to cut that little bitty point off. And we'll turn it over and see how well I did with the butterfly. I'm pretty sure it's on there. And it's very close to being in the center. So now we're going to have to ink because we cut. So we're going to have to ink. I go around in circles instead of stamping, and that way it doesn't get all smushed down in the middle. It doesn't ruin the pad. And you go to re-ink it, and there's a big indentation in the middle. However, if I just stamped it, I wouldn't have to hold it, huh? I could just stamp it. I did it there. Darn it. You get a little more ink that way, too. And I'm inking this over nothing because this pad is starting to throw off little fuzzies, and the little fuzzies have black ink on them. And if you get them on your project and then go to wipe them, you get smears. Not always, but you can get smears. Now, these holes are small enough that we can punch them out using our Crocodile, which I have the big one. And we're going to do those at the end. I'm not going to worry about them right now. So we have these to decorate right now. And we have our keys that we're going to try to do something with. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about the backs of them. I don't want stuff to stick out and then have to trim it, because that's the whole point, is that I can't fussy cut very well. I have an issue with my hands. So, I love this suitcase. Love, love, love it. So, I want to use it. This is the other one that I could probably use it on. Looks like we had a little glue seepage. Oh, this is the other card sticking up. Forgot to trim an edge. Okay. This makes them a little sturdier as well. I use 70 pound. It's either 65 or 67. I can never remember which. Paper by Neenah, N-E-E-N-A-H. And it's the one with the vellum finish. Okay? And it feels different. Alright, so what are we going to do? Let's work on this one right here. And it already has some background elements on here for us. I've got some stamps and some stencils too, so I think I'm going to stamp a number or something in here. I've got Field Notes by Tim Holtz. Very big splurge for me. Yeah, that'll fit. I have the sniffles this morning. I apologize. Oops. I hope I didn't smear that. I had a little twitch. Nope. We're good. Put that back on the thing. So now let's, what's on the back side in this image? So we could put a small cluster here, or we could put a belly band on here and add one of these narrower cards, which I think would be a good idea. So let's get out some acetate, which is just clear plastic. Now I use the overhead projector film. It's a little bit heavier than the acetate that's in the windows of an envelope or something, and it works much better, and I love using it for belly bands, pockets, and things like that. Okay. Just use your Sharpie marker, because you can write on this with a Sharpie. Can't really write on it with anything else that I know of. I've tried different things. Okay, I want that to go to the edge. And I want it to go to this edge, so I make a little dot right outside of the, where I want to cut. Because I don't want the black dot on the part that I'm gluing onto the paper. So that should be that, and then we're going to make it narrower. I can get that to work in my trimmer. Now that should be 1 inch wide and fit across there. Then we won't see it, so we can still see our background image, but we can put the envelope on there. I mean the tag. The Fabri-Tac will dry clear, and you hardly see it at all if you don't put very much. That has a little, oh, I got it. I was going to say that has a little spider web that ran across the paper. Just stuck to my hand. It's coming off the end of the Fabri-Tac because I didn't have it completely cleaned off. So I'm going to try to put it close to the center. I think that's going to be right above this image. Put that there. Put that there. Kind of smear the glue out. As you can see, you can't really see the glue. I'm going to wait for a minute for it to focus on the tag. And then let's take this one. Let's put something on it right here. Let's take some of our small ephemera out of here. I kind of like this. It's too large. Let's put it this way. Yeah, I think that would look nice. So let's ink it. I didn't ink all of the little bitty pieces. I didn't know what we were going to use. Now we're probably not going to finish. In fact, I know we're not. But it'll give you an idea of what you can do. Especially that part about covering up the white instead of trying to fussy cut out those shapes in the middle of the keys. I think that's a kind of a good tip. I like these cards, or tags I mean, because they already have what looks like the stitching on it. It's got faux stitching around, so it kind of looks like we did the stitching even though we didn't. Okay, then on this side, I want to hang this with this, I think, with this big card. And then so I think we might, I don't want to cover the butterfly. Maybe I won't do that, because we're going to have this tag in there already. Let's put something on that. You know, I think maybe I'll just, I'm going to move these out of the way for right now. They're going to be very difficult to decorate on the back, so I may just put them on the key ring like they are, because they're already decorated on the front. So I'm not sure. Let's stencil this a little bit. Let's just do it on the side. Open up our black. Oops, let me get my black brush. Definitely can't use it for anything else after you use it for black. White is the same way. White is the white for Tim Holtz is called picket fence. Okay. Now it's hard for the black, believe it or not, to show up against this gray. So you're going to have to do it fairly dark and then kind of fade it out. So we've got that stencil. That looks kind of cool. Then we could, let's use this circle stamp, and we'll stamp it. You know, a little tip, I don't have room, but if you use a cushion under what you're stamping, and this is a mouse pad that I have, an old one, I used to collect them, and it's got a little bit of give to it, then your stamps will come out better. But these are just small, so I'm not going to break it out. But it does really work. My friend told me that. I think it was Joy from JJ with Joy, which stands for Junk Journal, of course. You'll notice in my videos I give credit to people, and I hope that's okay because I do it all the time. I think it's only fair, you know. I'm not going to take credit for something that was not my idea if I know, you know, who it was that I saw it from or heard it from. If it wasn't the grapevine. Sorry, bad joke number one. And I'd like to use this suitcase. I should have. No, I don't want to line things up down there. And I wanted to use it as a pocket. Do we have anything small enough? I think some of these tags are small enough that I could stick a couple of them out of here once it was glued in. So let's do that. It's wide enough that we could do it this way. Let's do it this way. Okay, so let's glue this as a pocket, which is on 3 sides. Obviously, or you wouldn't be able to put stuff in. You want to glue as close to the edge as possible. I know I may be saying things that you already know and that are pretty obvious, But there are people that are new, and they can use that extra information. So you can ignore my information. Thank you very much. And just go on to the parts that interest you. You know, I mean, watch the whole video because you never know. But, and I think I'll put the 2 white ones in here. Well, that's cute. Okay, so we've got that done. And we have to put this in here. Which way do we want to put it? I think I want to put it in this way. So this is all ready to have the hole put in it. We could take one of our 3 butterflies. Nope, it's not big enough to cover it. I was going to say cover it and it would make it look 3D. Okay, so this one's ready. Let's do these tickets. They'll be kind of fun. I'm going to poke a hole in them. Then we're going to do something with this side. And I think this is crying out for some sort of long stamp. And these Tim Holtz ones are just so random. Just random. In the field notes, the what it says or whatever is on the back so that you can line up. On the other one that I have, which is the grunge one that I love, it's just the brand name on the back. Maybe because they're patterns and not words or something. But I really wish it would show where the pattern is. So we'll put that on there. Collect the shipment from your tickets. Okay. And maybe we will stencil it a little bit. Another stamp. And it's okay if we go past it a little bit, it just will fade out. There's no way to not go past the end. We could do this as well because it kind of looks like the stamp that they put on it when the postage is done. Or gets to the post office and they acknowledge that the stamp is on there. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Except for I did the wrong side and it's backwards. But don't tell anyone. Things like that happen. It's no big deal. Because it's just stamped on there and it's a little hard to read anyway. So we've got the stamp and we've got shipment collect. And let's kind of do something up here. I have this. We're almost making the tickets like a postcard. Yeah, because see, that's to and from. So let's put this on here. Well, it's a little big. It crosses over. Well, this crosses over where the ticket would be punched and taken apart. Let's see what I've got. You know, I cut this off to put this end on here, right? So what if we took this end and lined it up straight with the edge? Then it would stay on one side completely. So let's ink this one, because I only inked the one I was using, or the half, or the third, or quarter, whichever I was using. And remember, the style of my project was black and white grunge. That's why I'm inking it so much. And when I make this and keep it with the book in case I sell it. Okay. Okay. So I think just put something small on the front, just so there's something that's highlighted on the front. And what we could do, we could use this below the dotted lines to hold this on. Or, you know, like a miniature belly band that doesn't go all the way. That's kind of fun. Whoa. Now, my preference is that words read from right to left or top to bottom from the right-hand side. That seems right side up to me. This is not lined up on this side. There's always a little edge on the scanning cut on mine because it needs to be aligned. I've tried to align it a couple times, but it doesn't recognize the sheet because it's too old. Anyway, if you have a Cricut or a scan and cut, you'll know what I mean. Okay, so stick that in there. Okay, and then I think we should stamp something on here. Let's take this out. Let's find something thin like this. Yeah, it's just numbers. Just little random numbers. We can put them right on here. There we go. Could have put it this way just a little bit, but such is life. Put this back in here. Then this one's ready to go. And we're just going to put the keys in between. So we'll decide what keys. We've got 20 minutes left. So we'll do as much of this as we can. I think I wonder if I could do a, a brad through here. So this could swing, and then do the hole farther up to put it on the chain. Let me look at my brads and see. Because I've got these small ones, but I don't know if there's going to be enough room. Oh, for goodness sakes. Making me work too hard for one. I could ink that. So it isn't white. And I already inked that one. Let's do that. And then we can put it down a little bit further, as long as we line the brown and the gray and the gray up, I think. So I think we could put the hole down here, and then put the hole up here. Let's move it down a little bit more. Move it up a little bit more. And then we can put the hole for the whatchamacallit up there. Let me get my crocodile. I want to put it on the smallest hole for a brad. The smallest punch, I mean. Okay. Went through both. So we're going to take the brad. And since this is grunge, I'm not going to worry about being able to see the brad on the back side. Get through there. You know, this part. Even though you do see the circle on the back side, maybe there is something we could put on top of it so that we don't see it. You have to be careful too. If you touch something, like if this landed on top of there, see, it would leave a black mark on it. So you have to be careful with the ink pad as well. It is water soluble, so I can wash my hands with soap and water, and hopefully it will come off. If you get it under your nails and stuff, it's a little bit harder unless you have a brush to get it out. Sometimes the brush doesn't work. Let's put this right side up. We'll put it down far enough. Let's see. I want to hide that too, though. So we're going to punch our own hole. And then this will swing on here. We can decorate this a little bit. think books and butterflies is a good combination. I just made a project called Books and Butterflies. Wow, this just volcanoed on me. I want to put a dot in the center. See if I can get away with pulling the wings up. Let you guess which one of these 3 butterflies I actually fussy cut. I know you're going to say this one, because it's so easy and no scallops or anything. But I actually fussy cut this one out, and I got the little critter on body on there and everything. Okay, let's see if we can take the wings and bring them up a little bit. Whoopsie. It's still sliding around. Bring the wings up a little bit. Glue it down. Leave it like that for right now. We'll put this as the front card. Let's go ahead, since we have 15 minutes left, let's go ahead and put some of these on a ring. I think this one I just want to put something long. And then we could have this one decorated really quick. And if we put this on here, and put this over it like that. And then which end has the hole? This end. Okay, that end. Let's do that real quick. Then we'll have keys. Now, I could stencil on the back of the keys, which is probably what I will eventually do, but I don't have time to do it in this video. But I'm hoping getting these done will help you do some ephemera of your own. Remember, you'll be probably working in color, so that will give you a little more options, I guess. I actually like working in black and white. Pretty funny. I want you to make sure to go visit the For the Love of Paper Facebook group. It's a lot of fun over there. Yeah, we'll do that. And that'll be another one that we're done with. That'll give us 4 plus the keys. So we'll be able to use maybe 4 keys. Get this glued on. And there's a butterfly on there. So we're good with that one. We're good with this one. So we've got all of our main stuff done. So let's start. I'd like to put this one in because it's a different shape. So I think we could use something square. Got some rectangular stuff that I could make into a square. I'm going through here. Sorry, I was doing it off camera. What if I put that on there? Or what about this one? It's smaller. Yeah, I'll put that on there. And then I'll put this on here. And then no. This one has numbers on it. So does this one. This one has a tape measure. Put that on there. Fragile. Anybody watch A Christmas Story? Let's get this cut. Yes, I just used my paper trimmer to cut it. It's because I cannot cut a straight line to save my life. Let's see which one. Let's ink it up. Looks like we might go over an hour just a little bit. I do want to get them on the ring. And I just happened to see this one and I thought, I'm only going to do the one side. I'm not even going to look at the back side. I think it's gray. So I will probably just stencil it. Okay, let's ink this. Once again, inking it over nothing and getting the little black pieces out of the way. We might be able to put a butterfly on the back side. You know what I mean? Maybe stencil and then put the butterfly. Well, the ink, the glue's there now. We say ink when I mean to say glue. Let's ink this real quick. I was going to try to punch through the cards all at the same time to make sure the hole was in the same place. I don't think I'm going to do that now. Oops. Okay. So that one's ready. Let's ink that a little bit so it isn't white. Okay. And then on the back of this one, oh yeah, definitely. Where's my other one real quick? See, you knew I was going to do the back, didn't you? I'm doing this, as you can tell, as quickly as I can. And let's put the white butterfly on the back. And put it in the center, kind of. And we'll pull its wings up. So it will dry that way. We can always lay them down a little bit later. Okay, well that worked out really well. I wonder if we could do this. No, the back of the wings. We can do that. And then we'll be done. We'll have a bunch on our key ring, won't we? I just turned our timer off, so we're right at an hour. So you'll have to indulge me. And we'll go about an hour and 15. That's all right. Okay. And then we have the keys. Wow. Look at all the stuff we have to put on our key ring. I wonder if our key ring is big enough or if I should get the one size bigger that I have. What do you guys think? Well, let me do the holes, and then let's put them in order, and then we'll decide. I think we may need the bigger one. Okay, let's put do you want to put the big one in the front or the back? The back. So put this in the back. And throw in a key. How many keys do we have? Then we'll put in, let's put in this kind of weird one. We'll put it in at an angle like that. Then we'll put a couple of keys. Then we'll put in this one. Then a small key. Then this one. And then this one. Wow. Yeah, we're going to need the bigger ring. And then a key. And then this. And then a key. Okay. So we're going to work our way backwards Yeah, let me get the bigger ring. Now it's probably going to be too big. You know what I mean? It's probably going to be too big, but I would rather have too big than too small and not be able to move them. See, here's a bigger one. That's really big. I think that's a 1 1/4 or a 1 1/2 maybe. 1 1/2. See, I wrote it right on the bag. Go figure. Okay, so now let's go with the bigger hole. So let's put it on 3/16. And the slider in there and make the hole. And we're going to turn it over. I'm going to do this one. And turn it over. Then remember, we can do this anywhere we want. I love this idea. Even though it was mine, I still love it. Close enough to the middle. Okay, and I want to put this on this end. Turn this over. Put the butterfly. Turn that over. Do another key. And turn that over. And this one, we're going to have to be kind of careful here. Oh, that worked out fine. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff, don't we? And we wanted to hang this one from an angle. And I think we'll hang it from this corner because we've got this on this corner. So let's do it this way. Got that. Then we've got this. And then the big one. Pretty easy to figure out where we're supposed to put it on this one, huh? Okay. So then we want to take our big ring. We're done with this. All these pieces are the centers of the holes. We're going to open this one. Wow, much easier to open, huh? And then we're going to take and put them on backwards. So then when we turn it around, it'll be in the right order. Uh-oh. So I'm going to put the key. I think I was going to put the key here. And then another key with it. And then this one. With the wings up. Boy, this is gonna push it, isn't it? I think I'll make this the front. And then the key. We're going to close this. Yeah, this is awful big for this. Let's see if I can line all the holes up and get them off. And then just stick the other one right through. Oh, poo. Yep, this one's fine. The smaller one is a fine size. Okay. So now we've got this. I like it. I like it a lot. So we have this key. Then we have this rectangular piece and another key. Then this piece. Then another tag. Then this key. Then this butterfly. And this swings. Then this key, and this key. I'm liking this a lot. I didn't think I'm not that good at ephemera, and this really turned out nice, in my opinion. Just my opinion. And then this key here. And then our big tag. And that has the other tag on the back. Lovely. I think it turned out lovely. So that's the end of our video. I hope you had fun making the ephemera. And I hope to see you back again at Sweet Pea Paper's YouTube channel. And also, For the Love of Paper, over at the Facebook group. Okay? All right. Well, thanks a lot for hanging out with me. I'll see you the next time. And that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.